Thanksgiving dinner was supposed to be warm and ordinary. Instead, one question shattered my family forever. Mandy, answer me. Why is there an elderly couple living in the $1 million lakeside house I bought for you? The table went silent. A knife slipped from my father's hand and clattered onto his plate. I froze, pumpkin pie halfway to my mouth. I was broke, couch surfing, barely surviving, and apparently, I owned a mansion. Grandma, what house? I asked, my voice shaking. The lakeside vacation home, she said calmly. I bought it for you 3 years ago. I told her the truth. I didn't own a house. I didn't even own an apartment. I'd been evicted and was staying wherever friends would let me sleep. Her expression darkened. She said that when she returned from overseas, she went to the house to surprise me. Instead, an elderly couple answered the door. They claimed they were my sister Ashley's in-laws and said the house belonged to Ashley. Ashley panicked immediately, insisting it had to be a mistake. My mother tried to blame jet lag and change the subject. My grandmother shut them down with a single word and slid a photograph across the table. It showed Ashley, her husband, and his parents smiling in front of a lakeside mansion. That house was the same one Ashley had shown off online while I was working 3 jobs just to survive. I stood up and asked my parents why I was living like I was homeless if a house had been bought for me. My father tried to postpone the conversation, but my grandmother refused. She said the house cost $1 million. My bank balance that morning was $12. I told her I knew nothing about any house or money. She turned to my parents and accused them of telling her I was mentally unstable and incapable of managing assets. They claimed they were acting as my guardians. I couldn't believe it. I had graduated at the top of my class and never caused trouble. My mother coldly told me to calm down, using my anger as proof of my supposed instability. That was when I snapped. I accused them of telling me to be independent while secretly handing my property to Ashley. My father claimed they did it for my own good. Ashley openly said I didn't deserve a beautiful house and that they were simply using it better than I ever could. My grandmother stopped the shouting. She called someone and, moments later, her attorney walked in carrying a briefcase full of documents. That's when I laughed. A week earlier, my grandmother had contacted me through my aunt. She told me my family had been intercepting her letters and isolating me. From that moment on, we planned the entire dinner. This wasn't a family gathering. It was a trap. The attorney revealed the truth. The lakeside house was purchased in my name, but transferred to Ashley for $1. The transfer happened 3 years ago, right when my life began falling apart. I explained that around that time, every job opportunity I had mysteriously disappeared. The attorney confirmed anonymous emails had been sent to employers, claiming I was mentally unstable. The emails were traced back to my father's computer. Then, the bank statements came out. Every month, the money I earned for student loan payments had been redirected into my mother's secret account. My poverty wasn't bad luck. It was carefully engineered by my own parents. When confronted, Ashley admitted her in-laws were living in the house. She claimed it was free. The attorney showed proof that they were paying her $5,000 a month in rent. My father tried to justify everything by saying the house was better used that way and that they could give me money later. My grandmother exploded, saying they lived in luxury while I was on the verge of homelessness. She revealed she had written to me every month, asking about the house. My parents intercepted every letter and told her I was too unstable to reply. The attorney then examined the transfer document Ashley was using to claim ownership. A forensic analysis showed the paper had been printed only 6 months earlier. The contract was fake. Ashley had forged my signature when my grandmother hinted she might return home. Handwriting analysis confirmed it. The document was fabricated out of panic. Ashley broke down and admitted her father told her to forge it. She said, "My mother laughed and said I'd never notice because I'd never escaped debt anyway." My grandmother ended it right there. She revoked all inheritance rights from my parents, Ashley, and even Ashley's husband. I became the sole heir to her entire estate. They begged, They cried. They apologized to me only when ordered to. I refused. I issued a demand for $2 million in restitution and damages. If they didn't pay by the next day, criminal prosecution would continue. The police arrived before they could argue. Ashley was arrested first. Then my parents were handcuffed. My mother begged me to stop everything. I said goodbye and didn't look back. A year later, I stood on the deck of the lakeside house. Ashley was in prison. My parents lost everything and disappeared from my life. I started a business from that home, helping others who had been betrayed the way I was. My income surpassed anything I'd ever imagined. On weekends, my grandmother visits. We sit by the fire and talk, reclaiming the years that were stolen from us. One day, looking out over the water, she told me I didn't just reclaim my future. I built a better one. This is my home. And for the first time in my life, I'm truly free.